Hi, and welcome to the video. Well, it's that time of the month again. It's clearly not that time of the month again, but it's time for me to go for my Botox. And I generally go for Botox 3 times a year, every 4 months. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going for my Botox today. Maybe it's a good time for me to update you guys on what I'm doing with my skincare, things that have stayed the same, maybe some new things that I've added, and there have been a few new things that I've added. So let's start at the beginning. The morning, I've stayed with my tried and true. I love this foam cleanser. It's not for taking off makeup, and I leave it on while I'm brushing my teeth. The glycolic acid, I feel, just does like a real mild kind of exfoliating, and I really like that, so I've stuck with that. Then this one, the Pharmacy, you cannot beat this if you wear, especially if you wear a lot of makeup, like face makeup, which I really don't wear very much of, but it is the best melting cleanser of all. Really can't be beat. I do not use this all the time. I use this one more if I've got heavy sunscreen on, like when I'm down south, because it really melts it away. Otherwise, I find that the cream to foam cleansers are what I use in the evening time. I add some of the, and I'm not really stuck on one particular brand, but I like that formulation. And I always add that, rub it in, and then go along with one of these little cellulose sponges, which I just cannot do without. My morning routine for moisturizer and getting the day going has kind of stayed the same, but I've tried something different. I have to tell you, my number one top, and it's a splurge because this is expensive. It's over $200 Canadian, is the Frulic Vitamin C, and I feel like you cannot go without vitamin C serum in your day, and I love this. But I saw this Naked and Thriving on Instagram a lot, and they were really plugging it. So I went ahead and I got it, and I do like it. It's about half the price, but I didn't love it. It just was not the same, didn't give me the same glow, didn't feel like I got that same illumination. So I'm actually gonna do a little short on my comparison of these, but I went back and just ordered another of my favorite. After my vitamin C serum has soaked in for just a few minutes, then I still am stuck on my Ceramidin. And I love this Dr. Jart brand. It's not really a killer for the price-wise, really kind of midpoint. It comes on, looks beige, but it just goes beautifully. It's a great barrier moisturizer. I love it. One time when I was buying this, they gave me a sample of this Cicapair, and I thought, I don't even know. It said correcting treatment, and it's maybe it's for redness and so on, and it's green. And I thought, wow, I don't know about that. But I finally tried it, and I love it. It has an SPF of 30 in it, which we know we need sunscreen every single solitary day, even in the winter here in Canada. And what I've been doing is I put this on, and then I put some of this on top. After that's gone in for a minute, the green disappears, and I feel like it gives such a beautiful glow. I really am liking it. Not too shiny, but really just nice. I put this on, I let it go absorb for a minute or two, and I'm ready. I put a little bit of concealer on my darker spots here. I don't wear liquid foundation, and I feel that this gives my face a really nice finish. So I'm gonna really suggest that you might wanna give this one a try. That I added new to my rotation, and I'm really happy with it. So when I ordered the Naked and Thriving, and I ordered actually 3 serums, they gave me the face oil as a freebie. And I love the face oil. This one, what I'm using it for is kind of on the weekends. I wash my face, and then I just dab in this face oil, like when I'm hanging around the house, and it is beautiful. The scent is lovely, in a not overwhelming kind of a scent. And this is what I do. So what I do is I just put a drop on each fingertip, and then I rub them together, and I don't know, I have my face already done, but anyway. And then what I do is I just pat it on my face, all over, and on my neck. And it is a little bit too shiny to kind of go out, but it's great for just hanging around the house when you're not doing anything, and smells divine. And so this is a sample, but this is something that I am gonna order in the future. In my previous video, I showed you this Dr. Dennis Gross, which I was wearing for the evening, and I still love it, and it is definitely still in the rotation. But what I've added is the prescription medication of tretinoin, And I have used this for years on my hands because you know what? You don't want to have old looking hands either. So it's a great exfoliator and spot lifter for your hands, but you do need to get a prescription for this one. Now, this one you do have to be careful with. There is that buildup because you can get a lot of sloughing of your skin off with this one. So I don't use this every night. I have very thin skin, so I have to be a little bit careful. I can't just like pack all of these things on, and I do have to be careful. So I use this only maybe around 2 to 3 times a week, and using it very sparingly. Don't pack it on use quite thinly, and like certainly not like right underneath your eyes. And this is really, really great. So I've been using it for years on my hands, but have just started using it more on my face. This one I used in my previous video, and I have been using it for a long time. The Trotinoin is more extreme than this. So you know what? You just have to be a little bit more careful with this one. When I was on my Naked and Thriving kick, there was obviously some kind of a special if I bought all of the serums. So I did buy their Nighttime Renew Retinol Serum as well. And I like it and it's nice, but you know, it just didn't like do anything great for me. Maybe a little bit too mild if I've been using some of these ones. So, you know, it was great. I didn't waste my money, but that's not going to be a rebuy. I have shown you these Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads before, and they are great. Again, for me with my fine skin, I cannot use them too often. So I'll probably only use 1 packet in a week, but I cut them in half because I don't need the whole pad, and do it then one night and then the next night, and that's enough for the week for me because otherwise way too harsh on my skin. But those are really great. They are expensive. So make sure you cut them in half and only use 1/2 at a night, okay? So with that one. This Strivectin night cream, you know what? I have not found anything better than this. It really feels like it does some tightening. And you know what's great about this is you can buy this at Amazon and you can buy it at Costco. And when you buy it at Costco, it usually comes in a 2-pack, and they often have it for like $30 off. And I haven't found anything better. So you know what? If you're looking for a cream like that, I really recommend that you give this one a try. I really, really like it. As for my nighttime cream, I'm still stuck on the Dr. Dennis Gross overnight cream in the brown bottle. It's really great and not crazy expensive. So it's time to get ready to get going for my Botox. And at the same time, I'll tell you a little bit later about the other kind of things that I've added in. But on the note of the Botox, there are a couple things. If you have not gone for Botox before, let me just give you a heads up. Stop the wine. If you're drinking wine, don't have wine for the few nights before you're going for Botox. All of these kinds of things are going to thin your skin, but I can get some terrible Botox bruises, so I really try to mitigate that as much as I can. So there's definitely no wine for a couple of nights. Even your omegas, forget that for at least 3 nights, 4 nights. And green tea, if you're a big green tea drinker, also forget that. All of these things, the wine, the omegas, the green tea, blood thinners, which typically doesn't do anything except if you're getting injected. I have a lot of veins that are really up close to my surface, and I just don't want to irritate them, and I bruise easily. So I avoid those things before the Botox. While I'm sitting here at my vanity, it just made me think, are any of you guys into perfume? Because on top of all these other things that I'm into, I'm a perfume maniac. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a video on my top perfumes. I'm a real high and low and middle. I don't just stick with one brand. I don't know. I seem to love to mix it up. Variety is the spice of life. So let me know in the comments. I'm here and my face is ready. Let's see how I look after. All done. Let's take a look. But let me just tell you, I never go for my appointment without bringing my freezer bag and a couple of ice packs, because I usually sit in the parking lot and put the ice on because I don't want to get swollen or bruised. Even though we can see, looks like I'm going to get a little one here, but you can see where he gets me. Really here, and in, especially around in this area. When you're going to get Botox, you do not want to go and work out after, because you do not want blood rushing to your face that's going to be a recipe for disaster. I did my workout this morning, so I'll take it easy for the day. But I also won't go and lie down because you don't want Botox pooling other places. Just be yourself and carry on in a relaxing kind of fashion. When we go home, I'll tell you about another couple of things that I've added to my skincare routine this year. The other skin treatment that I've been really getting interested in is red light therapy, or LLLT, low level light therapy. And it has been in the news for a lot of different procedures, for muscle rejuvenation, for injuries, for scarring, etc. But there is a lot of information out there for anti-aging. So I have actually been doing a 10-minute a day protocol, sitting in front of the light, and I'm doing this in a video, which is going to be out really, really soon. But I've been just sitting here with this unit, and whoa! It's actually been quite comfortable, but we're going to see the results of that in a very soon video. And that's an interesting new thing on the horizon that may or may not be a great addition to your anti-aging routine. Along with the very occasional IPL, intense pulsing light, which I've gotten actually for several years now, I've tried now microneedling RF with radio frequency. I've had 2 of those treatments, and I'm going to show you on the screen that it is a little bit of a procedure. Your face is really red, and it's really kind of swollen at first, and you do have to have your face covered with the EMLA cream to deaden it at the beginning. So it is a little bit uncomfortable, but I've had 2 treatments. They really recommend 3 to 4, even up to 6 treatments, quite expensive. They were in about the $800 range. So I've only had 2. We'll see about that, but that's another thing. And you know, that really just brings me to the point that with skincare, it's not a one-size-fits-all. And it's not that maybe what worked for you 5 or 10 years ago is still going to work for you now. It's an evolution as we age, as our skin changes, maybe hormonal changes through menopause, etc. Our skin is not always the same, maybe thinner, and I have very, very thin skin. So I'm always looking for new products, and some things stay on the scene, and some things kind of get shoved along for something new. So I want to keep you up to date with what I've been trying and what's new for me and what may be really great for you. So thanks so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.